Every classic has a story. Very few have a television career like this one. This six-wheeled mini Moke design was created for Gerry Anderson's television live-action show, UFO. Then, after filming, it vanished. It went overseas and was abandoned for decades. Then it was rescued by the man standing beside me, James Winch. And today, we're going to be telling the full story of the SHADO Moke. UFO was filmed between 1969 and 1970 at MGM, Borehamwood and Pinewood. 26 episodes were created. It had a brilliant theme tune and vehicles that looked straight out of a stylish, slightly surreal future. The SHADO Jeeps were among them, 6 wheels, fiberglass bodies and Viva headlights, and a mini speedometer sitting proudly in the centre console. Although the engineering was simple, the story behind it is far from it. So, James, after the actual filming, it didn't just end up in a museum, did it?
No, not at all. They were expensive to produce, so Gerry decided to try and get some money back, really. So after production, they went to a prop house to be moved on to other productions. And the story goes that it was bought by a production company who were going to make a low-budget sci-fi film in Tenerife.
Didn't go well, did it?
It didn't go well at all. The car and other props and crew went out to Tenerife, and then the company collapsed.
Oh dear. Okay, so what happened to it then?
The crew basically sold it to get funds together to come back to the UK.
Oh dear. So it was sold to a local out in Tenerife.
Yeah.
And then where did it end up? It disappeared for a while, didn't it?
Yeah, he used it for about 20 years and then it disappeared.
In 2014, a photo appeared on a mini forum on Facebook. A forgotten SHADO Jeep. It had missing parts and fading paint, and it was perched, derelict, on a lorry in Tenerife. Most people missed it, but James didn't. And when you saw the picture, you thought, oh, I fancy a bit of that. That sounds great. That's a bit of me.
Yeah, I was very excited, and I knew it had to be rescued.
Yeah.
So I spent the day tracking down the photographer, a guy called Luca, who lived in Tenerife, explained to him how important the vehicle actually was and what it was. He was very enthusiastic about it and went down to see the guys that were clearing the site and purchased it for me for €200.
Fantastic. How good's that? Now, how'd you get it over? How'd you get it back?
Well, the first thing was getting it out of the scrapyard.
Right.
No wheels, on the back of a lorry.
This wasn't a restoration. It was a rescue mission.
So Luca spoke to guys in the town and they literally carried it to his house.
6 months later, it came back to the UK. And what arrived was barely a car. It had no engine, no doors, the centre was missing, and the fiberglass was warped. It needed saving in every sense. So James, where did you even begin on this?
The fiberglass actually wasn't in too bad a condition. What we had, obviously we had missing doors and centre sections of the vehicle, and the perspex was in a terrible state. But the first thing to do was get it back onto its wheels. Mm-hmm. So the engine and front subframe was completely missing when it turned up. So build a new subframe up, just with wheels and steering reattached. Mm-hmm. And move from there, really.
Right, and it had the 848 engine in it. What have you got now? What's happening now?
It's actually got a 1275 Metro A+ series engine in it.
Oh, okay. And the gull wing doors as well. So you had to recreate them from the pictures, didn't you?
The guys at the restoration company did a fantastic job. We worked with a lot of photographs of the vehicle and reproduced them in basically ply and fiberglass.
2.5 years later, the SHADO Moke lived again. The fiberglass had been restored, the mechanicals rebuilt, the doors remade, and the running gear was sorted. It was finally ready to roll, in every sense.
Well, I grew up with Gerry Anderson shows. Obviously, being a child of the 60s, it was puppet shows, Thunderbirds, yeah, Captain Scarlet, and so on. And also living in Hackney in London at the time, it was quite a repressive place to live. So Gerry Anderson brought a lot of colour into my life, to be honest. And it stuck with me all my life, but it's become one of my favourite shows of all time.
But behind the futuristic look, it was still a Mini underneath. So James, what do we know about how these were built?
Well, the Mini Moke was purchased direct from Austin's. They were never road registered. Went straight to Space Models in Weybridge to be converted to what you see today.
Yeah.
But basically, it is just a Mini Moke underneath with the front cut down, and an extended frame on the rear for a second Mini subframe.
Space Models handled the conversions. Derek Meddings designed the coachwork, and they were fiberglass on the outside and wood on the inside. So James, what's it like on the road? Right, here we go. Oh, well, it's not easy to get into, it has to be said. We're going to give it a go, and James has said we have to have the doors off. It's a rather cold day in December, so this should be interesting. Well, it's a lot of fun to drive around in. It's a bit noisy, James, but I guess you enjoy yourself driving around camping in this, don't you?
I don't.
You go into McDonald's takeaway and stuff like that. Drive through.
Very difficult being left-hand drive.
So James, this is an original sketch of what they wanted the car to look like, wasn't it?
It is. This is done by Derek Meddings, the guy who created many of the Gerry Anderson's craft. All the Thunderburst craft and so on were created by that guy.
Yeah.
This is its first rendition for the film Journey to the Far Side of the Sun. As you can see, it's totally different looking really to the car behind us.
Yeah.
It had to have a second life with the Gerry Anderson series UFO. It was modified between film and TV show.
Yeah. It's worth mentioning at this point that you are an incredible collector of UFO memorabilia, aren't you?
I am, yeah. I own quite a lot of original miniature models from the show and other Anderson shows as well.
If not the biggest collector of UFO memorabilia, in fact.
Yeah, there isn't a lot out there, but right. I own quite a lot of.
That's because you own it all. Most TV props disappear, used, forgotten, and thrown away. From Pinewood to Tenerife to a scrapyard and back again. And that's why we tell these stories, because every classic, even a futuristic one, has a story to tell. So make sure you subscribe to Classic Car Stories so you never miss an episode. But don't park the car just yet. Drive straight into the next episode.